What's up, guys? Back with another one. Yeah, I came back real fast, man. I had to come back quick because I had some things on my mind, man. There was some things I was going through, some things I was thinking about, and because of y'all, I mean, the outpour, the comments, it just made us go harder over here. So I want to first shout out this individual from Instagram named. I mean, he been getting in the inbox, and we've been talking, and he finally he brought something to light. I mean, that we had this information that we had put out, um, as you can see right here on the screen, in November. And for some reason, I guess my brain sometimes just be thinking of so much, I just overlooked it. It was right in the beginning. So what I want to do is I'm gonna play a series of audios, and I want you to compare this voice. Just listen to this voice. Open your mind up and just listen to this voice. And once again, I want to shout out from Instagram. Um, I appreciate you, man, because without you like putting this in our mind and hitting us in the inbox, I just missed it. We missed it. And that's why we love the fans, and we love, excuse me, I don't even want to call y'all fans. We love the people that just support us. Yeah, we love the people that support us. You know what I mean? Y'all not fans. Y'all not you regular people just like we are, just looking for answers. So I want to shout all y'all out. Any information is good information. As long as it's accurate, we'll try our best to put it out there. And we're going to let you know that who gave it to us, because we appreciate the love. So like I said, I'm going to play a series of recordings, and I want you to compare this. And then we're going to talk about it.
Did it call? Go ahead.
685 255 train 0065.
255 Trinity, you got 0600. And what's your unit number again?
6855.
Everybody who knows me as Track, you know what I'm saying? Not Trap, Track, TRACK. And, you know what I'm saying? I've been doing this for a long time. I'm just not a media type of person. I could tell you there's plenty times I could have came on social media from YNW Melly situation, because that's my artist as well, from dealing with Sniper Gang, from all the main artists that's been in the media.
Did it call? Go ahead.
685 255 train 0065.
255 Trinity, you got 0600. And what's your unit number again?
6855.
I'm good now. I'm like back at like 80%, 85%. And I got shot in my leg, you know what I'm saying? But after the first 3 weeks, 4 weeks, I was really decent. Just been taking it, like I said, one day at a time.
Did it call? Go ahead.
685 255 train 0065.
255 Trinity, you got 0600. And what's your unit number again?
6855.
Wouldn't no, I never really got
into that story.
personal with him, with
Yeah.
his father and things like that. But yeah, I do know that that did happen.
Well-
Not sure who did it.
Did it call? Go ahead.
685 255 train 0065.
255 Trinity, you got 0600. And what's your unit number again?
6855.
Unbelievable, huh? Make that make sense. He called to check in at 3 a.m. Mind you, Vine is in the parking lot by himself. Go back to the old videos. I might go back to the old videos and check them out. Vine in the parking lot. This is around that time he's pulling in to check in. You can't tell me that's not his voice. You cannot tell me that's not that man's voice. I mean, this right here is this is it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm shocked. I'm shocked. We missed it. We blew it. We sick, but we happy that we got people out there that support us and put us up on shit, and we we open to that, and that's the thing. We open to suggestions and stuff like that. So keep it coming. Okay, this is the throw in. The video was already done, but we had to go back because we just realized what he said on Vlad, that he got picked up by Uber. I'm gonna play the audio, and then I'm gonna play another audio after that from the official Atlanta police scanner audio, and I want to and we'll go over that.
You were taken to the hospital
Mm-hmm.
in a different car than Bond.
Yeah.
Okay, so
In
you
an
jumped
Uber.
in with one of your guys.
Somebody, I think my security didn't leave. He actually, when I came, I seen him, and he kind of like helped me, threw me in an Uber.
Second. Yeah.
Unit calling.
595 Express. Can you send me a cab on 39? EU 35 Just Hill Drive?
Yes, standby.
Yeah, I believe it was him. He said an Uber. Like, how you gonna get an Uber in the middle of a shooting at 3:34 in the morning, and you go to a totally different hospital? That was a real officer calling for a cab. Now y'all think about that one. Now, let's get into the jits of shit. Okay, now that we got that out the way, we finna flame this nigga now, man. I'm finna put this information out. We about to apply pressure on him. I know what he is now. We all know what he is now. Now it's time to put the pressure on him. But before we do that, I've been thinking, and because of the audio and everything, and this is the reason why we coming back so fast. You know, we like to take our time, but we got shit to handle now. I was thinking, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read a couple of these court documents that I have, and then I'm gonna bring up another individual, a gentleman that's similar to him, and I'm gonna compare the two, and then we're gonna present this theory I've been thinking about, and I wanna see what you guys think about it. All right, let's get to it. On 10/26/2018, a search warrant was issued in this case for the vehicle driven by Henry and occupied by Thomas, Williams, and Demons. Demons is YNW Melly, you guys. The vehicle was maintained and secured storage at the Miramar PD West substation. The vehicle is owned by Lancashire Car Rental and rented by the manager of Demons, Jameson Francois. God damn, Francois. The evidence was preceded by CSIs Carter and Carroll. The vehicle had 8 visible projectiles, holes in the right side of the vehicle, on the front passenger door, and 5 on the right side passenger door. Okay. I'm gonna leave this up for a little second and let you guys go on and read the rest of it. But the reason why I brought this up is because now we enter YNW Melly. Okay, y'all. Since we had to go dig into the YNW Melly case earlier than we expected to pull out the Jameson Francois name in order to make this point, we have now entered a new character into the connection. So every time we enter a new character into the connection, you are going to hear
Smoke, make crack like this. Freedom of speech when you smoke. Make crack like this. Freedom of speech.
and you're going to see what you see on the screen, which is the new character to the connection. And that's how we're going to start to enter these characters into the connection, so you'll see how it's connected, how each person is connected. We haven't got to YNW Melly, I understand all that, but we had to dig into the case in order to show you that Francois was implicated in it. So therefore, new character unlocked, basically. Into the connection. We're not going to fully go into him as we speak today, but he has now entered the connection based on, we have to go back and why Jameson Francois and him, how it started between them, but we have to go with the court papers in order to show you the deception of Mr. Francois and the things that he's leaving out that he hasn't said publicly that he's involved with within this case and other cases that we will soon be bringing up. But let's start here first, though. Okay, let's get to the second document. In summary, the following information supports the findings of probable cause, including but not limited to false statements made by Henry at the hospital, false statements made by witnesses and involved others to intentionally mislead this investigation, demons fleeing the area, not cooperating and refusing to give a statement, and the manager of demons, Jameson Francois, intentionally misleading this investigator, giving false statements, stating he doesn't know where the client is presently located. It was later discovered that Francois was in communication with demons and even drove him, listen to this, even drove him out of the area after the shooting. So this is a second shooting. We already knew that you were involved somewhat, but this is showing that you were near the scene. Is that registering anybody? Does it sound the same? Now you're at a second scene of a murder of one of your artists. Okay, now we moving. Now we getting somewhere. Now I'm starting to understand who you are, or maybe who you are trying to be, allegedly. See, we doing all these interviews, and you championing YNW Melly, and that's your guy, and he's coming home soon. But you've never once, not one time, brought up that you're involved in this case heavily. How come you don't have to go to court? What lets you just be free and then move on with your career and your business and sign artists and get money in your pocket? And that's what got me to thinking. So now we're going to move on to this next gentleman. And I'm going to compare this situation with this next gentleman. And then we're going to put this theory out and we're going to talk about it. All right, let's get to that. Meet Christian Cruz, aka CEO Chris. A lot of you may have heard of him through the Tekashi 6ix9ine case. He was a government informant in the case. Mr. Christian Cruz, the reason why I bring him up and he came up in my mind, and I'm going to compare him to Mr. Francois because of the cases that he was implicated in. They have similar cases and similar structures in the way that they're putting the government informants within the hip hop and the drug game now. Now, Mr. Cruz came through New York first through drugs. He was a supplier in a federal drug investigation called Operation Hardball. As you can see him on the right, he's a supplier. He's planted as a supplier in there. Now this was in 2017. Now listen to this. Now understand that 2017, he's just went and testified against and put in this situation and testified. Jameson Francois, why is it a secret about the YNW Melly case? You drove the vehicle. You rented the vehicle. You drove away from the scene. You were there. Did you have something to do with that, allegedly? But anyway, back to Mr. Cruz. Now, in 2017, he took down Operation Hardball. And right back after that, they put him right back on the streets and put him in the Treyway Tekashi 6ix9ine case to build. Now, this time they put him as a drug supplier also, but then they also put him, and that's why you see the AP up there, that he's a record producer CEO of a record company called AP. So see, now they were trying to get close to the gentleman within the music industry, infiltrated that way, because it may not have been many drugs being sold like that, but they wanted to have a what you call a RICO case, which was what they eventually put on Treyway and Tekashi 6ix9ine and them. Okay, now I'm gonna play a snippet from Casanova 2 Times. He's a hip hop artist. Everybody know him. Everybody knows he's indicted now. But I'm gonna play a snippet of him talking about CEO Chris.
A little off because it was this dude with an AP chain. Like, he tried to sign me. He tried to sign a lot of other people. But I always used to be like, yo, where he get his money from? Like, big bags of money. And he used to be like, yo, gambling. I be gambling a lot. I'm like, just think, I'd rather you told me you sell birds or something. So I'm like, nah, it's a little spooky. But that was a sergeant, a captain. But he always used to say, yo, I was in jail with you guys. And I used to be like, what jail? When? What? Like, he's like, yo, I'm Billy, I'm blood, homie. I'm like, yo, I never remember this dude. But sometimes I don't remember a dude and I just be like, yo, all right, yeah, I remember you was there. But I'm like, nah, I don't remember this dude. We ain't never do nothing together. We ain't spend a yard together. And he was selling them fentanyl the whole time. He was making other dudes do hits and stuff like that. So they was doomed regardless. Like, doomed off the rip. Like, so much incidents happened, and he and the Fed dude, the police officer, initiated, like, yo, go do that, go look for this dude. That's how, this system is crazy. How can an officer tell you to go shoot somebody else? Just so you could get caught, you can shoot somebody else?
But they can actually happen. Like, they don't stop it. It's not like the movies.
Okay, now do you see where I'm coming from? I know I was a little all over the place trying to explain it, but that's kind of how my brain be working. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes it be hard for people to understand how I'm getting it out, so I got to put it together so that y'all can understand it the way my brain is registering it. So now you see how they send them to you. They send people just out of nowhere, and it seems to me that's kind of how it was with Von and Francois. Where did you come from? If you with Dirk and them, OTF, why you ain't managed by the same person or the same company Dirk is managed by? Why did you have to go to a different entity? Is that where it began? Well, we gonna sure find out, because we gonna thoroughly go through from the start to the end. Believe that. All right. Now, the reason why I'm comparing these two and why it came up is because I'm allegedly, I'm thinking that Jameson Francois is a hip hop cop. I mean, you walking around implicated in 2 murder cases, but you walking free, scot-free, you still signing people. I remember when you first came out the hospital on your live, when you said yourself, I'm not signing nobody, I'm taking my millions and I'm gone. Well, it don't look like that's what you're doing. It looks like you going around and you really want to be a rapper. You know what I'm saying? But for some reason, you living your best life. It's one man, YNW Melly, in prison fighting a murder that you're implicated in. King Von, rest in peace, that you definitely implicated in. Cause we at the crack, you in. You all in. But you rolling around doing interviews, promoting your brand, and kind of giving yourself a rollout, it looked like as if you about to take off like a rocket. You must have paid your dues. It's looking like you paying your dues. But you got to answer, why are you implicated in the 2 murders of 2 different artists you signed? Now look at this, y'all. This is the old roster. You got fighting a murder, murdered, out on bail on the same murder charge. And then you got this guy, Hot Boy, right here that just got caught with some guns in a shootout. It's just, Mr. Francois, you're shady. You shady. You give off shady vibes. If you just look at you in the Vlad interview, I mean, you changed your story several times. I mean, you want to clear things up anytime a man want to clear something up, nigga, you lied. That's just it. There ain't no other way to I don't know how to put it no other way. This is you going back, watching yourself and saying, damn, I messed up. Oh, man. So now this is you coming back out on your rollout, trying to clear everything up so that you can just move on with your life. But that's not how it go, because the people around you can't move on with their life, bro. One's dead, you might as well almost say, you fighting a murder, and you say they wouldn't kill their best friend. I don't believe they would either. But would you, allegedly? Would you, Francois? Because you always seem to be around. You all and from going back and looking at you, you're not a stepper. You ain't never been a stepper. So now it's time for us to apply pressure. Now we coming harder. We finna put out everything. We're gonna make you say something about these cases. Speak up. Talk about what you got going on. Why you don't have to go to court. Why is everyone suing you? Why are the parents of the gentlemen that were allegedly murdered by YNW Melly, why are they suing you? Why do they think you a shitty character? I'm gonna leave some of these paperwork up so you guys can read this. I had this in one of the last Francois videos. This is him being sued, the record company, the management company and everything. It's just that you're in a lot of different situations that are not for the good. And if I had a kid and he rapped, it'd be no way I'd let you manage him or nor your company. Who are you, Jameson? Who are you, bro? We want to know who the real Jameson Francois is. You know what I'm saying? Who are you? And when you go to court, when your next court date, how you just living free? I know that's a lot of questions, but they need to be answered. My bad, y'all. I got way off the subject, just ranting. I felt myself ranting. That's my fault, y'all. But, so the reason why I brought up Christian Cruz, aka CEO Chris, is because I'm trying to show y'all how whoever these people are trying to infiltrate certain entities with regular people and make them and build them to be steppers and shooters when they're not. They just working, y'all. So be careful about the people the company you keep, the people that dangle money in your face and all that. That shit don't matter, bro. It don't matter. At the end of the day, you want to be able to go home and be with your family. And if you can't be with your family, then what did you do it for? But it's niggas like that though, like this right here, this Jameson dude. That man, like dudes like this is where young, hardworking men, niggas that's trying to make it for themselves, they get railroaded, believing he's a shooter, he's a stepper because he hang around a couple different dudes that look a certain way and move a certain way. And these niggas are suckers, bro. Straight up working. And we gotta put the information out there, whether something happens or it doesn't. We gotta put the information out there so that it's known, so that if the next young man or young woman coming up end up running into this information and they gotta make a decision whether I want to go with 100K or somebody else, they not gonna go with 100K. You know what I'm saying? So get in the comments, man. Just let us know how you feel about this, how you feel about the comparison to CEO Chris and Jameson Francois. I think this is what it is, man, because you just when you go to court, why you for a man that got some court cases and you implicated in a case like the YNW Melly case, I'd be a little bit, yeah, man, I'd step back a little bit, Mr. Family Man. So, talk to us. You know what I'm saying? I know you seeing this. They tagging you on Instagram. People getting blocked on Instagram from 100K. You know what I'm saying? Because the pressure is on. What you afraid of? If If you straight a businessman and a stepper, what you afraid of? The pressure is on. Until next time.
Thank God